Hello, my hearties, dinky-doo. It's just me, Scottie McClue. I thought pop up. It's just gone 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, Sunday the 3rd of December 2023. And I thought I'll pop up and just say hi to everybody and see what's happening with you. So lovely to be with you. And of course, a big dinky-doo. Welcome, welcome, I say. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. That Scottie McClue is live just for you and saying dinky-doo. Make sure everybody knows we are on. I'm just going to give that a tiny touch to that way. There we are. And that should give you, yes, a much better picture, I say to you. So welcome, I say. We're live on the YouTube. Hi, Scottie, dinky-doo. Hi from Cumbernauld, says Angela. Angela, what's it called? Cumbernauld. Hello. Wonderful stuff. Dinky-doo from Liana. Thank you very much, Liana. Thank you, Angela. So lovely to have you with us. Wonderful, Richard Tanner. Good afternoon, Scottie. Have you met anyone famous? If so, who? Richard, I think I've probably met every single famous person in the world that, I've wanted to meet at the moment. Some of the ones I'd like to have met have actually gone now. But I haven't yet met Billy Connolly. So I would like that, etc. How many inches have you got, Scottie? Says Russ. I think we're on about 5 inches. Of course you mean the weather, for goodness sake. We know that. You cheer me up, says Angela. Angela, you cheer us up. Do you know, it's so funny you should say that, Angela, because just when I was going live, I thought, I think we'll go live and see what everybody's up to. And I thought, why would I want to go live? And I thought, because it might cheer somebody up. Might cheer me up. Richard is very kindly giving me red roses. He is such a kind man. There's Millie, dinky-doo, same. Thank you, Millie. Yes, indeed. I think that when the weather's like this and we're deep in the depths of a very bleak midwinter, I think it's very important that we do keep cheerful. You know what I'm saying? And I think the best way to do it is that we all stick together and have a good old chit-chat on the TikTok and the YouTube. I've put up lots and lots of videos. Richard Tanner, thank you so much for your beautiful red roses there. We are 15 red roses ahead of the game. Rap says hi. Hiya, pal. Hiya, pal, says a St. Andrew's flag. Claire says hello. Hello, Claire. How lovely to have you with us. And dinky-doo. Guys, I need every single one of you watching right now to do me a favor. Put your finger up to the top left, click the plus, and follow Scottie McClue. I don't think that's too much to ask. What we're needing today is something like another 100 followers on here today. And we're needing about another 50 subscribers to the YouTube channel. Now, after 40 years of television and radio, I don't think that's a big ask. Dinky-doo, Scottie McClue, how's your afternoon going? See, my afternoon just got better because you're here. Where are you from, says the Saltire flag. I am from Scotland. Have you heard of it? I love your lives. You put a smile on my face. Angela, you're so very, very kind. We need people to check out our website, CBD Expert. I'm sure they will. Yes, I'm from Scotland. Good. Well, you'll know it then. You'll know it well, I say to you. Guys, if you've just joined us, a very, very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, #FloatI, the first lord of the internet. Claire says, my best friends are from Scotland. Where did you say you're from again, Claire, or did you not say? Lots of snow up there. CBD Expert, 5 inches of snow. You know, and some of us got a few inches during the night. So there you are. FFP, yes, very, very, very tragic. You're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Martin.
Martin, how are you, Lala?
How are you, Lala?
We're wonderful, Martin. That was a very good chat. We had a very good chat. Oh, brilliant phone call, Martin.
See the thing
Bee Gees, yes, of course I did, yes.
Massachusetts, You Win Again, all those songs.
Lights all go out in Massachusetts. See?
Oh, yeah.
I see, Martin, you've got to remember, I've spent almost 40 years in the radio industry.
Scotty, give me a second, buddy. Hi, Scotty.
Hello, how are you getting on, Emma?
No, sorry, it's not Emma, it's Lisa, my friend.
Oh, it's Lisa. Hello, Lisa, sorry. I thought it was Emma. I'm sorry, Lisa. Dinky-Doo.
Emma, so you say hi, Scotty. Hi, Scotty.
I am Dinky-Doo, la.
So basically, all the other bands. Let's give you our example. Give me an acting check. There's Daniel O'Donnell. There's Sammy Funko.
I've met Daniel. I've actually been on a television program with Daniel.
Have you?
Very, very nice man. Yes, indeed. Yes, we were on a program with BBC.
What about Phil Collins?
Phil, no, I haven't met Phil. I haven't done anything with Phil Collins. But we used to, Martin, what we used to get was all the big bands would come in and they would be next door in the radio station. And I would say to somebody, who was that you're interviewing, to the studio next door? Say, oh, that was the Lighthouse family.
Yeah.
You see, they all came into the station. My old friend was just going for a cup of tea and some young men came in and asked if they could sit in his studio. This was in the early 60s, right? So he said, well, yes, of course you can. He said, but I'm just going for tea. Would you like a cup of tea? And he brought back a pot of tea and some buns for them. It was the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
You see? Yes. There's a big thank you to Richard Turner for his huge contribution to the Red Roses.
What about Roy Orbison and Adele and R.E.M.?
The Big O. I didn't meet Roy Orbison, no. But great singing. Great singing. So there you are. So you know, you'll maybe have them in for an interview.
Who?
You.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So how does snow at Faulty Towers okay?
Oh, the snow at McClue Towers is 5 inches thick.
Yeah.
Hey, Martin, what about this? Here's a lovely one from Just Frank. Scottie McClue, I thought you were a gunner, sir. No. Any snow, says Paul Glover from Cornwall.
I'm a big Queen fan as well. I like
Queen. Yeah, Freddie Mercury, excellent stuff.
Supertramp as well.
Supertramp, yeah, wonderful.
Yes.
What about Sheena Easton?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful singer, Scottish singer.
What about Rick Astley and
well, international.
And Rob Idle?
Oh, great people, Martin, absolutely. Right, I'm going to go because otherwise we'll be going through the whole playlist.
I know. Okay, Scott, love you lots.
Love you lots, Dinky-Doo. See you, Lisa, and see you, Emma. Bye-bye, la. Ta-da, la. There we are. That's Aaron Martin. Always a nice, cheery call, Martin. I tell you. What's your favourite film? Milk Roll. You'll not believe it, but it's called Tunes of Glory. And I don't think it did terribly well at the box office. It's absolutely star-studded cast. Tunes of Glory. It's a Scottish regiment set just after the Second World War with what looks like Stirling Castle. And, you know, I mean, fantastic. And Alfred Hitchcock thought it was the best film ever made. And I think Alfred Hitchcock knew a thing or two about movies. See what I just did there? That's my favourite, Tunes of Glory. I think you can get it on YouTube, actually. Have a look through, but that's probably my favourite. Another one's Where Eagles Dare. Another one's The Wild Geese. I like all that stuff. Hello from London. Polly, we love you in London. Which part of Scotland are you from? The West Coast. Is that Skype? Says Jack. It is Jack. And the cbdexpert.co.uk. I tell you, have a magical day. Thank you so much to Richard. Beam me up, Scotty. You sound a bit like a wizened version of Mr. Mackay from Porridge. Well, I'm very wizened. 92, you see. I'm 92. And you get a bit wizened at 92, don't you? So there you are. But thank you for pointing it out. I'm sure everybody will appreciate the fact McClue looks wizened. Mr. McCoy. Right, Mr. McCoy, how are you doing? Fletcher. Right, Fletcher. 92. Wow, so just ranked. So there we are. DINKY-DOO, I say. Now then, who else have we got? Fantastic today. Hey, guys, we need another 100 followers right now on the TikTok as soon as. Favorite Xmas film? Well, it's not really Xmas, but it was always on at Xmas or Christmas, as I like to call it, to mention Christ. So there you are. OMG, I'm so sorry. I just Googled the meaning. I'm so sorry. I thought wizened meant wise. Well, Stone, it might come from wise, but wizened is kind of a little old wrinkled man, you know. So I thought you thought I was maybe wizened. The trick's probably not to use the word till we've checked it out. But don't worry, we've all been there. So OMG, I say to you, I don't mind being a bit wizened. I have been around a long time. Guys, get following on the TikTok as soon as you can. Share and tap, tap, tappity, tap. We've got 888 likes right now. That means 888 people have tapped once. Or one person has tapped 888 times. Just Frank says, I used to call your radio show for a wind-up. You were great, especially when you lost the plot. So there were Just Frank. If you look at the latest uploaded videos, you'll get just a smattering. What's your position on whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Well, no, it takes place at Christmas. Is that not why they rob the place at Christmas? And the cop goes, yeah, man, hey, happy Christmas. So they can't get anybody to go out to see what's going on. Die Hard. I was in Die Soft. So there you go. But I survived. I say to you, do you listen to Bing Crosby as often as I can? I used to have a lovely collar, and he had caddied for Bing Crosby. And he'd also caddied for Bob Hope. I think he said Bob Hope twice and Bing Crosby once. He'd been their caddy at golf. Yes, so there we are. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I might do a bit of it myself if there's a remake. Hey, DINKY-DOO everybody, if you've just joined us, welcome, welcome, I say. Have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? There we are. And have you followed on the TikTok? I think that's very important. People will probably be at their lunch now. But it's nice to just pop up and see what's happening. I say to you, Darren's just joined us. DINKY-DOO, Darren. There we are. Wonderful stuff. Yes, the Scott FM phone-in. We're on 1,000 likes, guys. The most I've had in an hour is 36,000. Is that good? Or is that good? I ask you. Do tell us. I say to you, there we are. Gaza Man has joined. I say Just Frank has joined. Or Just Frank was with us. Stone was asking my favorite film. Well, I said Tunes of Glory. I say to you, guys, you never need to spam or ask anything twice. We'll come to it. We get behind when we're very, very busy. 1,200 likes, guys. I ask you. Proud of Scots voting to remain in the EU. You deserve independence. Bing chilling, I think we do. I think we do deserve independence simply because we should be running our own affairs. When Scotland was independent, and you see, it's quite strange because people say, oh, I wouldn't manage as an independent country. Scotland was independent for 1,000 years. You know what I mean? Well, 700 or 800 years. Tea or coffee, says Gazaman. Not for me at the moment, but thank you for saying. I've got a water with me. Oh, that's lush. We love it, I say to you. Yes, indeed. So that's what's going on there. I haven't actually had coffee, Gaza Man, for 42 years. What does that tell you? That I'm not a coffee drinker. Guys, do you like, are things looking good on the YouTube? Have you been over to check? If you're on the TikTok, go up to my bio and tap the URL for the YouTube channel. It'll take you straight there, and you can see what's what I say to you. Mr. Meatoff has just joined us. Guys, get following as soon as you come on. We're at 15 red roses. If anybody's feeling flush, there's a red rose go there. That would be amazing. And we're on 1,300 likes. I love it. Incredible. I'm just going to put my Dinky-Doo, my heart is. I'll put Dinky-Doo, the heart is. Guys, is this a good time to pop up? I mean, or is everybody at their lunch? I say to you. Very important. We're looking for the best time to pop up for the lives, for both the YouTube and for the TikTok. But if you're on the YouTube, please do subscribe, because subscribers are very, very important. And we want to build the YouTube channel up. For goodness sake, there's 4,500 videos on it. It's an absolute Aladdin's cave of Scottish broadcasting, British broadcasting history. It includes all the Northwest shows as well, I say to you. Archie's just joined us. Dinky-Doo, Archie. And lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. Now then, who else have we got? Hi, says user 424. Hi, user 424. How are you? Are you Dinky-Doo? I say to you, tell us where you're watching from when you're coming on, guys. Very, very important. We might even have a tune on the squeeze box for you. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, and it's Dinky-Doo to have you with us. Just Frank is from Kirkcudbright. And Frank, you thought I was a goner. Oh, no. We don't want that, I tell you. Although, sad news. Do you remember Wee Fat Bob? Bobby McLennan on Scott FM? Wee Fat Bob. Wee Fat Bob sadly passed away last Monday, I say to you. Yeah. Yes, you thought I'd gone, Frank. No, we're still here. Apparently not. Not yet. Not yet, Frank. I say to you, come and join us as soon as you can. John, thank you for joining us. Lovely to have you with us, I say. Excellent, says Frank. Excellent, Frank. Yes, we're here. It's Alan from Auchtermuchty. Used to listen to you many years ago on Scott FM. Alan, how lovely to have you with us. And we love Auchtermuchty. I must come and visit Auchtermuchty and maybe do a live from Jimmy Shan's statue. Is Jimmy looking well? Lovely, lovely guy. Dinky-Doo la, Tom Phillips la, Dinky-Doo, how lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, I say. Tell us how Auchtermuchty is doing, Alan. Have you got... Do you remember, Alan, when Robbie Shepherd, the late, great Robbie Shepherd, came to the village hall and Jimmy was playing Dancing with the Shans? But was it Auchtermuchty Village Hall, or was it further up? It was another village hall, wasn't it? I think, if I'm right. If anybody can remind me, look up Dancing with the Shans and tell me which village hall it was recorded in. I say to you, I wish we could play music on here, but we'd get a copyright strike. How dull. It's very snowy, great village. Falkland. No, Alan, I don't think it was in Falkland. It was another place, the village hall. I'm just trying to think where it was recorded. If somebody can put Dancing with the Shans into their internet, and we'll see what's what. Hello, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo, Tom La. Guys, this is Tom from Belfast. Lovely to have you on, Tom. What's happening?
How are you doing this morning, Scotty? You had a wee pub stream there.
Oh, great. We had a wee
pop-up.
A wee pop-up. Yes, we're taking a wee pop-up right now, Tom. Amazing. And we've got Paul Glover says, hello from Cornwall.
There you are.
Alan says either Strathmiglo or Letham. I think it's Letham Village Hall. Would that be right?
I saw that video you put up there of the old Susie too.
Oh, Susie too. What's she like? You are a man. Correct.
I dropped a wee comment on it. I think you got it there.
Beautiful, Tom. We love all that. What do you think of it? You and I talking.
Yeah, well, I think it's a pity we can't have more calls like that.
I know.
But maybe that's something that'll happen in the future, you know?
Well, you never know, Tom. If we get big enough, we'll get the quality of the calls. She was just amazing. She phoned 3 times. Now, sadly, I only know of 2 recordings. So if anybody's got a call, maybe the first one was a short call. And then by the end, by the 3rd call, she was doing a nut. I said, it's not you again, is it? She said, yes, it is. Put me through to your superior.
I want to see your superiors.
Yeah, she wants to speak to my superior. She'd be wanting to get me sacked, you see. That was what people, if somebody lost an argument, they tried to get me sacked.
That would have been a long shot.
Oh, thousands and thousands and thousands. I mean, your problem is, this is one of the reasons I'm not on radio right now, is we don't really have a programmer who understands the talk genre. You're stunning, says Sedge. There, I don't know if it means you or me.
Scotty, I'm sitting, I've got somebody next to me here. I'll put them on the phone.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Scotty. This is Patricia.
Patricia, how are you, my dear? How lovely to hear you.
And you too. I'm sitting here looking out at the sun shining.
You've got the sunshine, no snow.
None at all.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Part of the work.
We are sitting absolutely wreathed in the stuff.
Well, England's the same, because I'm just after looking at the WhatsApp for people stuck in their cars.
Right, I'm going to get myself off to Belfast.
Best place in the world.
It is.
Best place in the world.
And the best people, lovely, lovely people.
Like the Scottish.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
What if I turn back on to you, Scotty? What if I turn back on again?
All right, Patricia, take care of your dear self. Dinky-Doo.
You too. And all the best, Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo.
Well,
She's great, Tom. She's amazing.
Yeah.
We love it. I say to you, no, that's fantastic, Tom. And someday I'll come over and say hi.
Oh, you'll have to, Scotty. You'll have to, big time.
You know, we'll meet all the McClue fans up at the Titanic or something.
Yeah, up at the Titanic. I was there on Friday.
Aha!
Yeah.
Did you see my little video that the original designer may have had a slight lisp?
The designer of the Titanic had a lisp?
A slight lisp, but then that would be unthinkable.
Sorry?
That would be unthinkable.
Oh, right.
You get it?
Where'd you get that?
Unthinkable.
No, I don't.
Right. So if you have a slight lisp, you might not be able to say unsinkable.
No,
See,
there you are.
So you might say unthinkable.
I get you now.
Just a bit of fun. These poor souls. What's that, Tom?
It's always awkward when this sort of stuff happens. You know, somebody tells you a joke and then you don't get them and you have to start.
Oh, no. I mean, my stuff is very obscure anyway. I quite understand. I've sometimes told a joke to a live audience and there hasn't even been a tremor. And then I've had to speak to them and they go, brilliant.
This is the news today. A car in a town called Lurgan has been lit ablaze with somebody inside it.
Oh, for goodness sake, don't. Awful.
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 Yeah.
Awful.
I don't want to depress you.
No, but it's awful. Poor souls. We need to put a stop to all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, just people stuck in the past, Scotty.
Yeah, absolutely stuck in the past. There's Sedge there saying, do you enjoy playing in the snow? Well, I do. When I was a wee boy, Tom, my father made us a sledge. He was a great man. He made a super sledge. And I was just tiny. I'd be about 4 probably. And he was running with me. And I was loving it and shouting. And then I fell off the sledge. Just the sledge disappeared with me sitting in the snow. And he had to come back for me. He was a few yards down the road and he thought, oh, the boy's not shouting with pleasure. And he turned round and I was sitting in the snow.
And have you got much snow there at the minute?
Oh, I was falling down with the stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
We have none. No,
yeah. There was 2 snowmen standing in the field, and one turned to the other and said, "Can you smell carrots?" Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch up at some point, Tom.
I'll speak to you in the next one. I still haven't got. Was there any distortion on the line? I still haven't got this phone sorted.
No, it's great, Tom. You're sounding great from our end.
It doesn't sound too bad on your end as well. So hopefully things have been sorted. Right?
I bless you. Thanks again, Tom. DINKY-DOO. All
right, Scotty. DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO. What a great guy. That's Tom from Belfast, and he put Patricia on, and Patricia's Tom's grandmother. Isn't that lovely, lovely, lovely? I say to you. It was on last night, says David. Oh, my goodness. What happened to the 9 p.m. Saturday show, says F Document? Well, I don't know about your end, but we did one last night, as always. So nothing's happened to it at source, but maybe something's happened to it when you're trying to receive it. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please do subscribe. I'm amazed at how slow people are to subscribe in the YouTube, and I don't understand why. Maybe they think the word subscribe means they might have to pay. Scotty, would you wait to see what we're asking here? Scotty, would you marry my gran, says Mad Mullen. She's 4'9", has 7 fingers and a hunchback. Sounds like a lady of great experience. Would be very interesting to meet. So there you are, I say to you. What do we got here? Good morning. Oh. There we are, just dealing with somebody difficult. Fantastic. Good morning, a fine dinky-doo to you, Scotty. It's a dreary morning here in North Carolina. Guys, the wonderful Jeff Sumter is watching this show live from North Carolina. Do you know that 15% of my viewers are in America? Isn't that beautiful? I say to you. So there we go. What about that? Now then, whoa, dinky-doo. No RFC, we most certainly cannot, not after the things that they've been saying. So they are too shocking. I looked for that and went to your channel at 9:15 and it said nothing live. Well, F Document, how very strange. Guys, as God is my witness and the rest of the world, was Scottie McClue live last night at 9 o'clock, 9:15? Mr. Pickles, thank you for our beautiful live fest. Scotty, do you prefer thin cut or curly fries? RFC, I actually prefer proper thick cut chips, homemade. And now they pile them up like a little log pile on your plate in a posh restaurant. Yes, you were indeed, Scotty, says Louis. So there we go, F Document. There's Louis backing me up. I was live last night at 1:15. We love it. Dinky-doo, I say to you. I respect that, Scotty. I prefer curly fries. They have a nice taste to them. But it just depends on how much salt you've popped on. I used to say to my dad, would you like chips? And he'd say, well, 1 or 2. I would say, well, make your mind up. Hello from Harrowby. Dinky-doo, any snowy or Sean? I love Harrowby. I've got friends in Harrowby. And I used to work at Border Television across the road, just up at Cavery's. You know exactly where I am. Dinky-doo, who's in the picture behind you? That's me. Oh, no, it's not. Yes, that's Lord Reith the Labrador and Scottie McClue. Do you like that? Dinky-Doo. It was on last night. F-Docs is the wonderful David Taylor. David, I'm so sorry for your loss this week. It's so lovely to hear you. Lord Reith the Labrador. Well, Jeff, actually Lord Reith. L-O-R-D, yes, was his prefix, and R-E-I-T-H. So R-E-I-T-H. And if you look at that, you'll find he was called after Lord Reith that started the BBC. And I was having a lovely conversation with Lord Reith's daughter. Yes, R-E-I-T-H. So if you look up Lord Reith, he's from Glasgow. He started the BBC in 1922 because the British government were desperate to get a hold of the airwaves, to harness the airwaves, not realizing that no matter how much they harnessed, there were always plenty more. So there you are. So it was a bit of a fool's errand, but it's lasted well. The BBC is now 103 years old. Not as a corporation, but John Reith incorporated it. And as I say, I was having a lovely conversation with his lovely daughter. Yes, indeed, a very, very nice lady. And we were just talking, Marista Reith. And we were just talking. He had two children. A girl and a boy, yes. He had Christopher and Marista, and they were delightful people. All awesome history lesson about the BBC. Oh, don't worry, Jeff, there's more. And I was telling Marista that the name Reith is shouted in our house every single day. And I told her about the Labrador. I'm not sure how impressed she was with that, but it was a lovely, lovely story. She was a very, very nice lady. Yes, and her son worked for 14 years for the Prince of Wales. Marvellous man as well. And I think he looks the spit image of his grandfather. And there you have it. He's got lovely sisters as well. Scottie just played a game of five-a-sides with the lads. There was some astonishing finishing. RFC, have you not got the snow? So, Jeff, the BBC, 1922, John Reith applied for a job. It was an advert, and there were originally 4 employees. He was the general manager. He had a secretary, or a PA, as they'd be called now, a chief engineer, and a program controller. And there was 4 of them. Yeah. But it grew very, very quickly. And Lord Reith was with them till 1935, so 13 years, and he shaped it, and it still is shaped in his image. And if you go into Broadcasting House in London, Louis, I can't let Jesus Christ back in. Jesus Christ is what somebody's calling us, because he said something that was just not true, and you cannot do that. So there we are. So he had to go because he's not able to, make sensible comments. And you can't say something naughty like that. So there we have it. So 4 employees, and he built it up. And the last count I had, I think there's less now, but there were 27,000 employees at the BBC. And I've worked for the BBC. Took me 30 years to get a week's work, but it was great. So there you are. It's so iconic. Darius, I thank you for calling Scottie McClue iconic. I am known to 2 billion people. Folk laugh at that. So there you are. And Dinky-Doo. What does the BBC stand for, says Mad Mullen? The British Broadcasting Corporation. The letters were always used, and it was the British Broadcasting Company. And John Reith was a very, very good industrialist. He wasn't the easiest husband and father, but he was a great industrialist, a great player. But Churchill and him were locked horns. Churchill called him, because he was so tall, John Reith was, I think he was 6'7", and he'd been wounded in the First World War. He caught a bullet right across his cheek. He had a big scar, and his jaw had got smashed by a German bullet because 6'7" standing up there. Mad Mullen says, Scotty, can I smell your ears? Well, the last person to smell my ears was Lord Clyde the Labrador. He used to take great pleasure in smelling my ears and would give them a kiss. There we are. What a strange thing to do, I say to you. So there we are. So Louis, you've got it, I'm afraid, in one. He just wasn't thinking. Now, what have we got here? Lots of you on the YouTube channel. Please do subscribe. Ethan says shut it. So I think Ethan can now shut it himself. Guys, say bye-bye to Ethan. He's getting a lifetime ban for cheeking up. He's gone. Bye, Ethan. Bye. There we are. Lovely stuff. There we are. Ethan says sorry, but he's gone. Cheerio, Ethan. Yeah, absolutely. You can't cheek up to McClue. It's not what we do. Has everybody on TikTok followed? Scotty, what's your opinion on the Israel versus Palestine war? Mad Mullen, I won't even comment on it until they stop fighting. And America should say to them, stop fighting. In a while, Crocodile, Ethan, absolutely Mad Mullen. There we go. We have two dogs, a beautiful boxer named Stella and a Frenchman named Asher, both females. Jeff, fantastic. Beautiful dogs. The boxers are so affectionate. They really, really are. We love it. Guys, if you've subscribed, please put it on the super chat that you have done so I can thank you personally if you've subscribed to the YouTube channel. We need about another, I think it's 50. Phone! You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? It's sounding a wee bit crackly. It's not a great line. Perhaps if you could phone back, that would be a great help. But definitely a wee bit crackly on the line there, I say to you. Having said that, guys, amazing. Absolutely amazing. There we go. Perhaps you'll call back and we'll see if the line has cleared. Now, what have we got here? DINKY-DOO. How do I phone you, Scotty? You just pick up your telephone and dial 0141 628 9795. I'm an English pointer called Panda. I wonder if there's a panda called Pointer. Because maybe the panda points. When I used to live in Yorkshire, there was a lady who had beautiful pointers, and she used to exercise them out in the fields when I'd be walking Lord Reith, it was at the time. I'd be walking Lord Reith, and the pointer's beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful dogs. Very smooth, very smooth. Guys, get following. We need another 96 followers right now. 96 followers on the TikTok. And what have we got here? That's epic, says Mr. Pickles. Did you like that, Mr. Pickles? Scotty DINKY-DOO, I remember when I was a wee chap, my granddad fell through a pothole in the ground. Oh, no! Was he okay? Was he injured, Mad Mullen? Tell us more. We need to know, I say to you. Now, who have we got here? Mr. Pickles has liked the live. Guys, can we all share the live? Can everybody go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? The Berlini crew used to listen to you. Your voice was in the bar, L. Franny. I remember I used to get letters from them, but I had to calm them all down. I go, Scotty, see if you ever get a problem with anybody, let us know and we'll sort them out for you. Oh, I had to say no. So there you are. And DINKY-DOO. And now then, and I can remember a very, very posh gentleman, very powerful. And he said to me, Scotty, if you ever have a problem with anyone big, do let me know, because I can always find you somebody bigger. Is that beautiful? Anyway, touch wood, we haven't had a problem. And we've only met one bad man in our life. and we just let him go because he was damaged. I said he was tapped in the head. That was me, says Franny. Hey, you, Franny. Loved it. All the letters that used to come in, all censored from the barrio. Dear Scottie. You know, and I can remember talking to a prison governor down south. I said, well, I get letters from the boys and they all tell me they never did it. And he said, oh, yes, Scottie, we've got a jail full of 500 innocent people. Lovely bit of sarcasm, of course. There we are. But the old jail, yes, in the days of the riots, you got 3 square meals a day and a roof under your feet. Plenty of letters, Franny, and they were very nice and very well written. And I used to, as you know, have a great joke with the boys. I'd say, I can't send you a cake, boys, you know. Oh, that sort of idea. And we used to talk about you'd been banned from the alphabet soup in case you were sending messages to each other. Lovely stuff. But no, bless you, I say, and I hope that everybody has learned their lesson. So Scottie McClue boomed out in the barrel at night. Say, great to see you back in top form, Franny. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. I just decided if people don't like what you do, we do what we like. The people love what I do. There's a conspiracy toaster saying Princess Diana was murdered by the state. Conspiracy toaster. Princess Diana died in a car accident because she didn't have her seatbelt on and she didn't have proper security that she would have had from the Royal Protection Squad. They wouldn't have moved the car until she'd put her seatbelt on. They would have very politely turned round and said, Lady Diana, or Your Royal Highness, could you put on your seatbelt, please? And if she'd said, I don't want to muck up my costume or something, they'd have said, well, I'm afraid we can't go anywhere until you do, ma'am. You see, and that would have been it. Royal Protection Squad professionals, you know, I mean, I don't know poor Diana, you know what I mean? You know, she was with somebody else and it was their security. I mean, I'm sure, you know, they knew their stuff, but they didn't know to insist on putting on the seatbelts. And they were going too fast as well. And the driver had a refreshment. So, you know what I mean? It's a recipe for disaster. So I think shouting out things like Princess Diana was murdered by the state. Where's your evidence? Now then, what have you got? I've given you mine. What have we got here? I say to you. Thank you, Panda TikTok, for sharing. You are very, very kind. Jeff Sumter has just sent me a huge heart me. And guys, lots of you have put red roses in the goal. Thank you so much for that. And we've got 3,100 likes. I said to you, Jeff Sumter, you're the 124th member of the gifter team. You're a very, very kind man. And I'm glad you liked the wee bit of chat about the BBC. McClue's your man when it comes to a wee bit of information that may or may not be of use. I tell you. So there we have it. Mike Flight says, shot during the war. A wee lad in the class says, my dad got shot in the AR. A teacher says, no. That would be rectum. Wee Johnny says, rectum. It nearly killed him. So there you have it. Yes, Mike. Very good. So there you are. A wee joke. The tunnel she crashed in was called the Diana Tunnel. 13th post she hit. If you know what 13 means. Yes, Franny, all that stuff. Don't worry about that. McClue knows all of these conspiracy theories. I've looked into them all and what have you. But there's a wee bit of coincidence. Now, we know what a conspiracy theorist thinks of coincidence. I'm not so sure. All that stuff, isn't it? Great stuff. Although a lot of people that we called conspiracy theorists in the old days have been proved 100% correct. You know, saying the world was run by this yin and that yin. Pablo has just joined us on the TikTok. We love having you with us, Pablo. 3,100 likes. Guys, I need another 94 followers. So can every single one of you Go up to the top left and tap the follow. Is it the plus you tap? I think so. I say to you. Mike Flight, thank you for that. Guys, can we all give me a thumbs up on the YouTube channel, and do please subscribe. And I think every TikToker could take a trip to the YouTube channel and subscribe. The URL's just up in the TikTok bio. So all you've got to do is give it a tap and you're there. Nothing to stop you, and it doesn't cost you a bean. Scotty, are you familiar with the radio show here in the States called Coast to Coast? Jeff, I actually am, believe it or not. It's a very famous one. I live 4 miles from Diana's resting place. I feel blessed to have been at the gates of Althorpe. Is it Althorpe or Althorpe House? How do you pronounce it? So there we are. I see the posts on social media from the Earl. So there you have it. I tell you. Now, what have we got here? 4 miles from Althorpe. So you're not too far from Northampton, am I right? Or am I correct? 3,300 likes, guys, on the TikTok for Scottie McClue. Can everybody watching tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, and also get sharing? There's also a lot of TikTok videos for you, for your education, edification, enjoyment, and delight. And the same for you beautiful YouTubers. Get subscribing, get watching. Up the Royal Artillery, says Ethan Den. Ethan Den, we salute the Royal Artillery, a very fine regiment of the British Army. You're obviously a great British Army man. Tell you what we're talking about yesterday, Ethan. Should Ireland rejoin the UK and come back under the Crown? I think the Irish Crown's still about. And, we feel that Ireland, apart from the Celtic Tiger, isn't doing so well these days on its Todd. Am I right or am I correct? Why would we? Well, why would you not, Ethan? Would you not want a better life? And the North has been there for 101 years. The North's doing okay. There we are. Art Bell was the best on Coast to Coast. Sad he passed. Mike Flight, absolutely. I have been told in no uncertain terms, Scotty, get yourself to America. You would absolutely clean up in TV and radio. Am I right, Jeff Sumpter? You can tell me. Ethan says, a better life. The North isn't doing okay. Everyone hates everyone. Well, Ethan, you talk to people in Ireland and you'll find that they all hate each other there as well. In fact, more so. I mean, that's what started the troubles in the early 1900s. They all hated each other. And they need to start loving each other. I mean, for goodness sake, you mob were killing each other. Who shot Michael Collins? I ask you. There we go. No. Yes, Ethan. Yes, you were all killing each other. It was called the Civil War. So that's not too friendly, is it? I don't think so. Ireland should be one country. Well, Angela, yes, but it could be one country. In the UK, like the UK is 4 countries. It's Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. So I'm sure it could be Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. And that would be that, you see, and you don't even need to have Northern Ireland if all of Ireland was British. I think you're right, Scotty. The US would love you. Mike Flight, I thank you. Well, I thought, how would I be New York television channel, 1 hour every night, this chit chat, emails, texts, phone calls. The British force invaded Ireland, well, originally about 500 years ago, Ethan, but then Ireland also invaded everyone else. I mean, we are really Celtic in Scotland. We're from Ireland. Everybody in the world originated in the African Rift Valley in East Africa. And then they went to Ireland, and Ireland invaded the rest of the world. Yes? So you don't hear British people shouting, Irish out, do you? So there we go. So I think we need to start loving each other, Ethan. What with the 1860s when you invaded Ireland and took everything and sent all hell over the water? Well, no, we didn't invade Ireland and take everything. I think you'll find that the potato crop failed, had a blight. And that's what happened there. You've got to look at the facts, Ethan. You'll have had your head stuffed with nonsense when you're wee. You're hilarious, and you're not even trying to be funny. Look, I've never, ever, ever tried to be funny. I don't understand it. And I went into a shop one day, and the shop assistant just started laughing. Same when I used to do stand-up comedy. They all just laughed at me. I think you'll find that was 500 years ago. Absolutely, Luke. Yes. He's living in the past. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with stuff from the 1500s and point the finger at Ireland, you know, and say, you chased people away in the 1500s. Yes, you invaded us in the 1500s. And look at all the Irish people that populate the UK. Nobody goes, Irish out. Do you see what I mean? So come on then. Let's get modernizing, as we say in Scotland. Modernize. You need to modernize and stop your old-fashioned nonsense. So there we go. There's a guy going on about the provisionals. Now, to me, provisionals are people who haven't passed their driving test yet. So there we are. I know there are a few thugs around some of the schemes have been reading a potted history. So there we are. Now, a young man coming for an older man who's lived life with way more experience. Absolutely, Luke. Yes, you get it all the time. There we are. Do the squeeze box, says Peter. Do you know, Peter, I might. We're very tight for time, though. So, guys, can you imagine a show like that across America? Guys, I need another 80 followers on the TikTok. So get following all afternoon. Tell your friends, have you followed? You followed Scottie McClue. Share all the videos. Watch the videos. Tune in the squeeze box. Squeeze box. Do we want a tune on the squeeze box? Yes or no? It's a yes or no answer. I say to you. Yes, so over to America, television channel, nighttime, 1 hour, Scottie McClue, everyone in the United States watching, everybody phoning in. I say to you. Nobody's asked for a tune yet. Would you like a tune? Are you up for a tune on the squeeze box? Oh, where did that come from? Did you hear a sound there? A bit of feedback. I asked you. Yes, the old squeeze box. Right, we'll do, what day are we at? Sunday. We'll do a Sunday song on the squeeze box. See if you recognize it in America, because America's big stuff. Did we like that, guys? A wee tune on the squeeze box for the beautiful, beautiful people of TikTok and YouTube. Get subscribing on YouTube. Get following, I say to you. Let It Be by the Beatles. We can't do that. Play the Sash. Is the Sash not regarded as slightly, what do you call it, sectarian? No, or is it very, very popular with everybody in different religions? I say to you, and in Christianity. Right, we shall see what's what. I'd thought the Sash was a wee bit sectarian, but we'll see. People will no doubt tell us. I say to you. Right, get following, guys, as soon as you possibly can. Big style. We're out of time. We're going to have to go in about 4 minutes' time. Get following as soon as you can, guys. Right, that lovely Scottie says, Mike Flight, thank you. So do you recognize the tune, Mike Flight? Because the Americans are very, very good. They know their Bible. I can't tell you. There you go. Get following. Everybody follow Scottie McClue. And I'll give you a shout out. Thank you, Daniel. Very kind of you for following. What a thoroughly decent human thing to do. We need another 50 followers. Is that a picture of you graduating? Well, it's actually Lord Reith the Labrador, but I put the hood on for him. Yes, he got a Master of Arts in Dogma. See what I just did there? Favourite football team, says Lachlan. I think the Greenock Morton Lachlan is the big one at the moment. Monotone, we say. So there we are. I did, but I can't remember the name. So Mike recognized the tune on the squeeze box. But what was the tune? I ask you. So there you are. Excellent. Do you follow the ton yourself, Lachlan? You had me up as a co-host since I joined Scottie. I stuck it on mute for you. But would be just frank. How very, very good of you. So was that what the wee noise was there? Happy to moderate. Very, very good, Frank. We thank you for that. Yes, says just Frank. Right, I tell you. Wonderful. Thank you. Sorry about that, Frank. I must have just tappity tapped on it. Talking of tappity tapping, 3,600 likes today, guys. Is that not beautiful? I ask you. Hey, Scottie, hey, from Bavaria. Yes, from the home of the Bavarian Motorwerken. Yes, a BMW. Is that right? Bavarian Motorwerken. I said, ja, nicht Deutsch sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer. Nicht verstehen. I said, you. Now, what have we got here? But lovely to have you with us. Habender from Bavaria. Ja. Guten Morgen, I'd say to you. Now, who else have we got here? Guys, I need lots and lots more followers. The following hasn't been as good today as it should have been. That's shocking. Everybody on TikTok should actually follow Scottie McClue because it's the right thing to do. Yes, and there's no excuse not to. Nobody's got an excuse not to follow Scottie McClue. Funky Samson has just joined us. Funky Samson, DINKY-DOO from Scottie McClue. And welcome to our Sunday afternoon pop-up, random. Always random, you see, but set your notifications. Guys, can you set notifications on TikTok? Let me know when Scottie McClue goes live. We're going to have to dash. I love you so much, DINKY-DOO. What a shame our beautiful TikTokers had to go because we need to. If you're over an hour, then you can't actually get it downloaded in the same way. But that was beautiful, guys. Thank you so much to our lovely, lovely YouTubers. Do, as I say, subscribe, share all the videos, enjoy the videos. We could team up, Scottie, and go to the USA or Oz. They love the squeeze box, and with the guitar, it would be great. Mike Flight, I'm absolutely sure it would. Two strolling players. Right, I'm going to sing the goodbye song. Are you ready? Goodbye, everybody, goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And cheerio. DINKY-DOO. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. One more chance. Ta-ta.